2 minutes. We're 2 minutes out. So all my audience, phones play. Everybody sing up nice and straight for me.
All the way eyes up. You guys are gonna bring all that energy, all the oohs, all the ahs, especially for the live show. And then don't forget about that QA and keeping it nice and quiet while Corey comes back out.
Once Corey comes out and hits his mark, you're looking right at the judge's chair. Okay.
Y'all got this.
Remember, once Corey comes out and hits his mark, you're looking right at the chair for me, okay? My man comes out, Corey, and hits his mark, you're looking straight.
And when the judge comes out and she sits up there and she's like, okay, hello, welcome. You can say hi, Judge. You can say hi. I'll just the more
How long is this usually? Like 20 minutes?
Step on.
We are 1 minute now. 1 minute now.
White chair, white chair.
Hey, Chelsea, I can see you on camera. See the moves. Yeah, 9. Just move that way. There you go. Perfect.
Oh, I was just real loud. Got it.
Here you go.
Hey, when your husband pops up on you at the job, that's just, you got to say hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Divorce Court YouTube Live. Guess what? This is the last one. I have now done 180 original episodes, and you all have been my virtual jury for every one of the weeks and the days that we've been taping live. I have loved having you as a part of this production, season 27. I could not have done it without you. We got one more for you. And you know what we always say here? Somebody lied. We'll be right with you. Let's do this. One more episode to go.
All right, let's go ahead and clear set, please. Everybody clear set. Corey, I'll have you on your mark for me. All right. Everyone looking straight ahead, right at the judge's chair for me. Thank you. Are you ready, Your Honor?
I am.
All right, floor is set. You're ready. Here we go. Corey, to you, in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Between the mystery perfume and the sexy late night texts, Miss Johnson says she feels more like a detective in her marriage than a wife. Now she's looking to the polygraph to crack this case wide open. And if her wife fails, the jig will be up and this marriage will be over. Today on Divorce Court. All rise. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Hello, everyone. You may be seated.
Your Honor, the case of Johnson v. Johnson.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Johnson. Mrs. Johnson, welcome to Divorce Court. Thank you for being here. And thank you, everyone, for joining me today for this case where marriage is literally teetering on the edge. These ladies are here for us to try to find some common ground today. And we hope that when we're finished with the case today, at least there's some clarity Am I correct, Mrs. Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mrs. Johnson, why are we in court today?
I'm here today. I know my wife is cheating on me.
Really?
Yes. I'm tired of lying and the cheating. I'm tired. I've been so good to her. I'm just really tired. And today, if she failed this test, I'm gone. She out of the house. I'm tired, and I'm going to serve her them divorce papers to her.
I see the divorce papers right there in front of you. Mrs. Johnson, I understand that you two ladies, you've been together for 12 years now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Honor.
You've been married for 9 years. This is a real marriage. I know that you have 7 children that were prior to this relationship.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mrs. Johnson, you didn't have any children, but you've tried to put this family together.
Correct.
There's been a lot of water under the bridge here. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Johnson, you brought a witness who is going to join us later on in the case. Mrs. Johnson, you heard what your wife said. What do you say?
I'm here to clear my name of being this cheating monster. My wife claims that I am, but I'm not. I love my wife. I messed up. I made mistakes, but I've corrected it. I'm here to prove that to her.
So mistakes, I understand, because everybody makes mistakes in a marriage. But you know, I say all the time, a mistake is going left on Martin Luther King Boulevard instead of going right.
You're right.
Because
Your
you could
Honor.
be
She
in
is a liar.
traffic a long time. We're not talking about that kind of mistake. There's a difference between making choices that really speaks to behavior and character. And this is what we're here to determine today. Ladies, am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
100%. Let's start. Take me back, Ms. Johnson. How did y'all meet?
I met Solo a long time, years ago. I was a next door neighbor. Me and her mama was friends. She was friends with my son. And I moved. And a couple years after that, we met back up. And I got her number and I talked to her mom. And then she got on the phone and we started talking. And we just started talking from there and we clicked. And yes, we have a big age gap in between us.
I know, I'm looking at these numbers here. What is it, 16 years between you?
Yes. No,
No, I'm sorry,
14 years.
14 years. Don't let
When
me
I
add.
met her,
Right.
and I was 34. Now she's 32, and I'm 46.
Y'all been together a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you finally got together. I saw that you had several children. You had to deal with baby fathers. But yet that's everybody grown now that's out of your house except one son, if I'm not mistaken.
No, my 22-year-old daughter,
Okay.
she stayed with us.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
But everybody pretty much is an adult
Yes.
and ready to move on. So at this time in your relationship, y'all should be trying to kick it and have fun.
Correct.
And so, you know, no little kids around. You should be trying to kick it and have fun. But yet and still, you say she too secretive for you.
Yes, but she should be at home with me and not be cheating and doing all that other crazy stuff.
So it looks like, Ms. Johnson, your wife seems to think that you out here in these streets. Is that true?
No, I'm not in the streets. I'm at home with her. I'm at work.
So let's see what these are specific. Let's see the specific allegations, because Ms. Johnson is clearly upset about this. So, Ms. Tamala Johnson, tell me, what's with this secretiveness with like this passcode on the phone?
Your Honor, okay, one night we went to the gas station and she been changing her password. I know she didn't have no password on her phone. But soon when I noticed she started cheating, she been like changing her password, putting the passcode on her phone. And we was at the gas station and she was, the gas station right here, and she was putting gas in her car. And she's taking her phone. Why you need your phone to put gas in your car? And when
But
she
wait a
got
minute,
back,
you mean like, excuse me, you get out the front seat instead of just leave the
phone right
in
there on
in
the
cup
dashboard,
holder or
whatever. Yes.
You get to take the phone with you. Well, maybe she's paying for the gas with the
No,
phone.
no,
Exactly.
no, she is
I
lying.
did
She
tap
is
that with
lying.
my phone, Your
She is
Honor.
lying. No, Your Honor, no, that's not how it was.
Okay,
No,
I'm
she
listening.
paid with her card. She is lying to you.
Okay, I'm listening. Keep going.
Okay. When she got back in the car, I'm sitting on the pressure side. She putting the code in there, but I glanced over there and seen it. And I said, okay. I didn't tell her I seen it. When we went home that night, I went to bed, but I was thinking about this password. And
of course, I know what happens next.
I started dreaming about she was cheating. Overnight, like 12, 1 o'clock, I got up. I went and snuck over there and got her phone. And when I did that 1776, that phone open.
Well, somebody,
open it.
Excuse me. Well, I beg your pardon. Will somebody please beep that out, please? Thank you. Keep going. Right. Keep going. Yes, ma'am. This is live. Bless your heart. Keep going.
Right. Man,
that's all right.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Your Honor.
Come on.
But when I seen that, I just seen everything, and the one person in that phone that it's just, I got real mad, her ex.
Okay.
And I seen emoji said, good night, baby.
No.
And she been know this ex since she was like, what, 15? And why you was talking to your ex and you married? No. That's not cutting it. No, that's not cutting the cake.
Okay, I'm telling you, Miss Tamla Johnson is still hot about this telephone. What happened, ma'am?
That's not what happened. When she woke me out my sleep, I woke up with a pillow on my face. And when I woke up, she told me it was either the pillow or the pan. And you lucky that I chose the pillow. Your Honor,
she was mad.
She was furious.
Okay, Miss Tamla Johnson, give me just a minute. I'd like to hear from your wife.
Right, but Your Honor, this particular ex, we was together when I was like 15 years old.
Okay, but why are you still having conversations with her? Excuse me.
Okay.
Right, let me talk. I'll let you talk.
Yo, go talk to me.
Right.
Why are you still having conversations with
me
her?
and this ex always been good friends. We always been friends since then, since I was 15
But I'm telling you right now, your wife doesn't particularly care for the fact that you still have ongoing intimate conversations with somebody who was an ex-lover.
She doesn't friends with this ex before.
But she's already told you that this is a problem. Am I right or wrong?
Yes,
that you know this.
You're right.
And you know, my girlfriend's abuela, who's a grandma, what she says, where there once was fire, ashes remain. Okay?
But no, I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way because that was puppy love. We didn't know what love was at 15. That was just innocent. And when she said good night, baby, I didn't say that to her. She said that to me. It was totally innocent. It wasn't romantic.
And does she feel the same way about you as you feel about her in it being totally innocent?
Yes.
Okay, well, I want you to know that your wife feels some kind of way about this long-term relationship. Whether or not it means that much to you is a conversation that you have to have with your wife, because you married this lady.
Right.
And if this is something that makes her have it over here, that usually means it's serious. So you all have to resolve that because this is your wife now.
Yeah, I understand that.
And that means you say to your friend, I need you to establish a relationship with all of us.
And then I did do that, Your Honor. I tried to get her to meet her.
I'm sorry. No. She don't need to have no friend for no ex. No, that's not a no.
I can't have friends.
Oh no, and I can't do it. No, I'm not doing.
Excuse me. What's the rule in your house? Are you all allowed to be friends with people that you have?
I have no problem with her being friends with anyone.
Okay.
Your Honor, she is telling a story. I'm sorry. She is telling a story.
So, but this ex is not just in this one particular situation. You saw some other information that makes you worried about whether or not there's something still there.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me about it.
I have cameras in my house.
Okay.
And we had a huge fight that night. And I'm over here like, okay, we had a huge fight. She left. She said she was going to her mama's house. And I know there was a story.
No.
Okay. Yes, I'm nosy. I'm looking on the camera.
That's
she had on the speakerphone. I'm listening. So
you do know that works the way on the camera, because now you can listen
on the camera.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm looking on the camera and listen the conversation. She was talking about, and she was bad talking about me to her.
That's a lie.
I beg your pardon. Excuse me. Who was she speaking to?
To her ex.
No.
Are we talking about this same woman?
That's a lie.
Yes.
That's a lie. I did not.
What was she saying that you consider to be bad?
Okay, she was telling. Okay, she gave me some for my birthday, and you know we had a huge fight, and we was finna break, you know, separate. And she telling her, I better get her some for her birthday, cause she got me some, cause she called me a B to her, a B.
So in other words, while she is relaying how
And
she's feeling, she's calling you out of your name.
Love her, yes.
Wait, you buried the lead. You said she said
told her she loved her.
That was innocent.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. What do you mean? That was innocent.
I tell all my friends and family that I love them. That don't mean I'm romantically involved with them.
Miss Johnson, let me tell you just this one thing. When you're in the middle of an argument or a disagreement with your significant other, it's never going to be acceptable to be telling another person that you used to be intimate with, I love you. Your partner's not going to accept that. That's just the reality.
Your Honor, I wasn't intimate at 15 years old.
So are you telling me throughout, excuse me, Ms. Johnson, throughout the entire time you've known this person that your wife is referring to as your ex, you never had any intimate contact with her? Ever?
Hug, a kiss here and there?
No.
No, I'm saying when I was with this person at that time.
Ma'am, I'm asking a very clear question. Have you and this young woman who you've been friends with since you were teenagers, was there ever a time that you all were intimate? Yes or no? No, nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
She is lying, Your Honor.
We'll see.
When okay, it was the time in that time frame we was finna separate. She met her ex to her other niece's house, and they started talking, and she told me the other day that she fell on her back. You is lying.
I never told you that.
So wait a minute. Why would she make up that you were groping another woman?
I have no clue.
Let's go back, because you really think that your wife is cheating, don't you?
Yes.
So I know that there was a time, I try to do things linear so that we can keep the story straight.
Right.
I know there was a time, Ms. Johnson, that because of the controversy, you took the cameras down in your house. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
But something occurred during the time the cameras were down. What happened?
The cameras are down, and I was at work, and I came home, and I came home, I guess she was cleaning up, and she was cleaning up, and I get in the house, and I smell perfume, but she wear men's cologne, and it was like cherry cologne. And I'm trying to really
in other words, you smelled more fruity smelling perfume.
And I know she had a woman in my house.
So cleaning products don't smell fruity?
Man,
they don't have fruity cleaning products?
Come on now.
You know what it is, Miss Johnson? It's very clear that your wife doesn't trust you. And I'm trying to get to the core of why she does not. Because
she insecure. I think it's the age gap. It's making her so insecure.
But she knew the age gap when you all first got together.
But, you know, when time goes on, she's getting older. She's just so insecure.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that you didn't mean that in any way other than as a fact.
Bad way.
But because I'm gonna tell you, Miss Johnson, she's still flying the mug. She looks great.
Very beautiful. I still got it.
Yeah, I mean, she's still flying the mug. So wait, there came a time when the cameras went back up, I understand.
Oh, yes. Oh.
What's up with this frozen pizza? I have heard about this. I want to hear about this frozen pizza. What happened?
Your Honor. Okay.
When they start calling me by my whole government name, Your Honor, that's what you know.
Your Honor, I swear.
Wow.
Like I said, I got cameras in my house. I had a notification, like an alert on my phone to come to my phone, because I have camera everywhere, outside, inside, on the back side.
That's the problem.
And I go look through my phone, and I seen a car pull up, and an older woman got out with a scrub. She looked like a nurse.
Yes, ma'am.
She coming to the woman to the car, get the first pizza, and a snack and another bag. And then they out there laughing because I couldn't really hear. But they out there laughing. And then she touching her on her arms.
Oh. So you saw an interaction with this woman in scrubs that looked like a nurse,
right?
That made you uncomfortable.
Yes, and then
let's go over to Ms. Johnson.
Exaggerating, y'all.
What was happening, Mrs. Johnson?
This particular lady, she was my Uber driver. And we got to conversation one day. She was my Uber driver. We got to conversation one day, and she was telling me about her son that he was trying to get into security. Mind you, I'm a supervisor. I'm a security supervisor. I got him the job, and he still works there to this day.
Oh, so you helped this woman out?
I helped her son. And a few days after that, she returned the favor, saying, "Hey, I got a lot of snacks. I got a lot of frozen pieces. Would you like any? If I can bring you these snacks if you send me your address." I said, "Fine." She bought the snacks and that was that. It was no touching, no feeling, no any of that. I never did anything with this lady. I never been romantic with this lady or anything.
So you said it was totally innocent.
It was totally innocent. And she was just being nice to me.
So, Ms. Johnson, did you see anything specifically on that camera that made you feel like it was not as innocent as your wife is telling me?
Rub me on her arm and laughing and start giggling?
No.
Come on, no. Oh, no. Yes.
You know what I think it is?
Yes.
Excuse me, keep going.
I think she's watching the camera too much. She's starting to see other things.
No, Your Honor.
There's clearly a core of something that's making you feel that your wife cannot be trusted. And I'm going to get to it. It may take us a little longer than we normally take, but I'm going to find out because clearly
Your Honor, I really
something is going on. Ms. Johnson, what happened when you went to the hospital?
Oh my God, this going to brain and this, oh my God. Okay. One night I came home from work and my stomach hurt so bad. My stomach hurt so bad and I came home and my wife was asleep. And I told her my stomach hurt so bad, can she go take me to the hospital? But she said no, because she was sleeping.
That's a lie.
Yeah. Why are you telling me so? Yes. And I got an Uber. I called an Uber and went to the hospital. I stayed in that waiting room for 7 hours before they called me back there. And finding out that when I went back there, she did come down there 2 hours out,
after you had been there
before. And when they told me my penis was bust.
Oh, you had a birth?
Yes. But before that,
Lord have mercy.
Yes. And when she was in there, we both in the room. It was a nurse. Well, this young lady, older lady, came in, and I'm looking at this lady like I know this lady from somewhere. Same lady for the pizza. Came from the pizza.
No.
Pizza. And she gonna she looked at the lady like her eye was bugged. Like, really?
No.
She was kind of confused, like, yes.
I was just as shocked as you.
And I swear, I was going crazy. Don't you know they had to bring the security guard in there?
Yeah, because you over-exaggerated.
And they had to bring another nurse in because I really pissed off. She went out.
You embarrassed me and you embarrassed yourself.
No,
wait a minute. I want to be clear. While y'all are in urgent care, waiting to be served, the nurse that happens to come in is the same lady.
She say an Uber driver.
Yeah, she say Uber driver. I guess that's her side gig. I don't know.
And next thing you know, your wife goes left.
Right, but just like I said, I was more shocked than she was. I didn't know that lady worked there. I didn't know she was a nurse, any of that. I didn't get deep into her private life like that. I just was into the conversation with her son. I knew nothing about any of that.
So this was just a happenstance.
Yeah, right.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, but you don't believe it for some reason.
I don't believe it.
Well,
I don't believe it. How did nurse come? This same person came to our house and then work at the hospital.
But wait a minute. I don't know. Circumstances may have occurred. I still haven't heard that you've seen them do anything that was untoward
Exactly.
On her arm and
Well,
like
no.
in physical, like in front of her.
Me grabbing the bag off her arm and getting
No.
the pizza?
I don't have any video proof, so I can't make a determination. What happened during Halloween? I'm trying to get enough facts so that I can figure it out.
Lord, okay. Last Halloween, that was October. My birthday, October 23rd. She asked me to go to a Halloween party with her, but I don't go to a Halloween party. I go to party, but I'm not no Halloween party, you know what I'm saying? I didn't go. But she went and I was calling her. I was calling her and texting her. She didn't answer her phone. She was at the Halloween party. My niece, Noelle, she my witness.
She shouldn't even be in here.
Excuse me. It's my courtroom. I invite the people to be here. Thank you. Keep going.
She's my witness, Your Honor.
What happened what did Noelle tell you?
Noelle told me, she texted me. She didn't tell me, she texted me saying, Auntie, Solo is here with a woman. But a young woman, you know. And I'm texting her back how this woman look. See, I should have just said go take the phone to her, but I didn't do it.
No.
And then she was like, Auntie, I don't know how she. I said, what to my she had on the
Excuse me, Miss Johnson, hold a minute. I'd like to
She had a costume on, and I said, what kind of costume she got on? A cat. She was dressed in a cat with her.
Hold on a second, Miss Tucker. I'm going to speak to you in a minute. Miss Johnson, were you with somebody else?
No, I was not. I was with family and friends, as I'm usually am.
Do you know who this person dressed in the cat costume was?
A cat costume, Superman, Batman too.
She is lying.
What you mean? It's a costume.
You, Miss Johnson, don't believe her.
I don't believe her, y'all.
And you're saying that there's far too many circumstances for them to add up to not be something going on.
Yes, she a cheater. You know her nicknames? I gave her a nickname.
What was it?
Sneaky. She
no,
man.
No.
She a cheater.
I'm definitely not.
Yes, she is.
I'm going to tell you what. It looks like your niece, Miss Tucker, has been chomping at the bit to put her 2 cents in, and I'm going to hear her 2 cents in just a moment. But I need to take a break because y'all is worrying me. We'll be right back.
I'm sorry.
Start to you in 3, 2.
And I'd like to welcome you all back. This has been very difficult for me to try to figure out where the proof is. So I've asked a witness to join us who happens to be plaintiff's niece, whose name has been bandied about the courtroom. So Miss Noelle Tucker, welcome to divorce court and thank you for being here. Miss Tucker, I understand you are the niece of our plaintiff, Miss Tamala Johnson. Is that correct? So what have you observed recently since you've been listening to this testimony?
Recently, I have observed when I'm on my Instagram page and my aunt, she makes a post, Solo, do not repost it, and she tagged her name. That was the first red flag. When Solo came and got her teeth done, because I'm a teeth whitening specialist, she was in the restroom and I heard her call someone bae, and it was like real low, like bae.
Like, in other words, trying to be quiet and sneaky. I'm listening.
And my walls is real thin, so me knowing me, I call my aunt, like, I just heard her call somebody bae. And I think it's the same person you see on the cameras. So instantly she started crying, so I'm like, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. And then when we got to the party, when I got to the party.
The Halloween party, okay.
It was only one cat, and it was a black one. When I came in, I seen her approaching the cat, and she was talking to her, so when the cat started whispering in her ear, they went outside. She told my aunt.
Did you watch this interaction yourself?
I did.
Okay.
First
really?
So yes, really.
No.
Just address your statements to me. I'm just listening to the testimony. Keep going.
So when I told my aunt about the whole situation, constantly she started back crying even louder. So I told her, I do not want this for her. She is a good person. My auntie, she is loving, she is kind. She will open her door up to anyone. She will feed anyone. She made the best meatballs in the world. I love my aunt, and for the justice and for my family, I want divorce today. I want it done today.
So it sounds like you and your members of your family have had this conversation before. You think that Mrs. Tamala Johnson has changed because of this relationship?
She has. Tremendously, in a way that, look at her. She look good.
I mean, but I have to tell you, when I walked into my courtroom today, I saw more pain and distress in your face. And I wasn't used to seeing that when I walk into the courtroom. So did you notice it, Corey?
I noticed it right away.
Immediately. So it's almost as if there's a weight on your shoulders. And I haven't been able to determine what is that about. Why do you think that this wedge has occurred? Ms. Tucker, since you've been around them.
The same way they got Popeyes, KFC, and churches. She wants something different, and she don't know how to tell my.
Really?
And that's exactly what it is. She don't know how to communicate like she say she do.
Now, see, that was clear as a bell to me. I don't know why, but I understood immediately what she's saying. Is she right, Ms. Johnson?
No, she's not right.
I am right.
She need to start going to her family for our answers.
Because we love her, and that's just what it is. You know you wrong.
Man, it's wrong.
No way.
Well, you know what? Hold on one second, because we've been sort of going back and forth. Ms. Johnson, has anything occurred in your relationship over the course of these years that would give your wife reason to not trust you? Have you been caught in a compromising position, and actual one, not suspicion?
No.
No?
No.
That's a lie, Your Honor. That's a lie. So why you
Start listening to your. Why is she here?
Because, excuse me, I
Because I'm
invited the witness because Mrs. Tamala Johnson said that she had somebody that could verify the story that she was talking about with the Halloween. So I'm asking you, because I'm really trying to figure out why your wife doesn't trust you. And it can't just be based on suspicion. Was there something else that occurred that I'm unaware of?
She's insecure, and her family's all in her ear.
Okay.
She don't want her auntie to be with me. I don't know why, maybe she want me. I don't know. Hell.
No.
I don't know.
No.
Never.
No.
Maybe she trying to move her auntie out the picture.
Not Barney. I don't like Barney.
No, ma'am. All right.
So as I look at my notes, you've been paying attention to this relationship for a long time.
I love my aunt.
Have you and your family had this conversation before?
Me and my mom, not as a whole.
Okay.
Because it's not everybody's business. It's gonna get handled today.
Exactly.
It's
Not
everybody's business now.
But
It's gonna be handled today.
Here.
And I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here when you leave.
I'm gonna say right now, y'all have just basically called Miss Solo. Is that what your
that's my nickname.
Yeah, Miss Solo Johnson.
Her name is Sneaky.
No.
Okay.
That's her nickname from me.
And my wife's still gonna be with me. And we're gonna work
So, excuse me.
Please, one at a time.
Okay, ladies, we're not going to resolve anything like that.
Okay.
I know that the base of these allegations is that you don't trust your wife.
Yes,
There's
Your Honor.
only
That's
one
right,
way
Your Honor.
that we are going to resolve that. You petition this court for a polygraph examination.
Yes, Your
wife
Honor.
said, bring it on because I need to have these allegations stop. Am I correct?
Correct.
So we're going to get to the bottom of it one way or the other.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you very much for sticking with us as we try to get to the bottom line of what is going on with Johnson v. Johnson. So, Ms. Johnson, to your credit, you willingly submitted to a polygraph examination. And so I've asked my expert to join us. Corey, will you get the expert?
With haste, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Good day, Your Honor.
Good day, Mr. Yarbrough. We have a lot of conflict going on. Ladies, let me introduce you to John Yarbrough, a certified polygraph.
Come on, bring them Texas. Come on, John. Bring them Texas.
I cannot.
You need a pass.
I've been a prosecutor in the homicide division of Brooklyn. I've worked with some of the best detectives in the world. I can't say I ever saw my polygraph expert get a round of applause when they walk in the door. Okay.
Come on, I'm ready.
I mean, Joe Ponzi, if you out there, he was the chief of detectives in New York. You never got a round of applause with our juries, okay? That was crazy. John got a fan club? Let me find out up in my courtroom, okay? Now, I would like to introduce you to my certified polygraph examiner from Guardian Polygraph Services. And since, John, you are here with your own fan club, please go ahead and kick your credentials so we know why we clapping.
Certainly, Your Honor. My name is John Yarbrough. I'm a certified polygraph examiner. I'm also a member of the American Polygraph Association, and I conduct polygraphs for law enforcement agencies around the state, and I also do professional and private polygraphs.
Thank you so very much. Not to put too fine a point on it, this man knows what he's doing. And so our court has engaged him for his services today to conduct this polygraph examination. Mr. Yarbrough, I wanted you to put 4 questions to the defendant today so that we can allay some of these suspicions. Am I correct, sir?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Let's talk about question number 1. We asked Mrs. Johnson, have you had sexual contact with anyone in your home that your wife is not aware of?
That is correct.
What was Mrs. Johnson's answer?
She answered no.
What did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination revealed she was being truthful in that response.
Okay. Okay, that's one.
Question number 2, Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Ms. Johnson, that night you went to the Halloween party, did you have sexual contact with anyone that your wife is not aware of?
That is correct.
What was Mrs. Johnson's answer to that question?
Her answer was no.
What did the test results indicate?
Polygraph examination revealed she was being truthful in the response.
Stop listening to her. Well, you got 2.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We don't need
I don't know how
people
that
from the
goes.
Amen corner. We are listening to the
Thank you.
results. Question number 3. Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Ms. Johnson, did you have any sexual contact with that nurse who dropped off that frozen pizza to your house?
That is correct.
What was Mrs. Johnson's answer?
She answered no.
What did the test results indicate?
Polygraph examination revealed there was deception to that question.
That is a whole lie. I never did anything with that lady. Oh, wow.
Mr. Yarbrough, will you please define for the court what you told the defendant sexual contact?
My typical
constituted?
definition of sexual contact during the pretest interview is typically any physical contact between 2 people where you're deriving sexual pleasure from that contact.
Or you or the other person?
You or the other person.
Question number 4. We asked Mrs. Johnson, since being married to your wife, have you had sexual contact with any other woman?
That is correct.
What was Mrs. Johnson's answer?
During the pretest interview, she did eventually confess that there was one time.
Excuse me, I'd like to hear this answer.
There was one time that she mentioned that had occurred, but she said that her wife was aware of that time. So I modified the question.
In fairness to Mrs. Johnson, the defendant, what did you modify the question to read?
I modified the question to read, other than what you told me about today, Have you had any other sexual contact with anyone else that your wife is not aware of?
And what was Mrs. Johnson's answer to the modified question?
Her answer was no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination revealed deception was indicated in that question.
That is a lie.
Oh my God.
That-
You for real?
That's a
You
lie.
that serious? I'm that serious, for real.
Mr. Yarborough, I thank you for your services.
Oh my God.
And I get it why they clapped when you came in. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Something wrong with that test.
Ladies, I love when a defendant passes a portion of the test, but then still claims there's something wrong with the test. See, you were fine with questions number 1 and number 2, because you knew good and well that you didn't have anybody in the house.
I did.
You also knew that you didn't have any sexual contact with that woman at the Halloween party. But this whole situation with the nurse, those circumstances were a little too sketchy.
I can't believe that she did not.
Excuse me.
A big liar.
I beg your pardon, ma'am. This is one thing that I know for certain. This is between the two of them, and whether or not this relationship has legs. Ms. Johnson,
Your Honor.
you brought divorce papers to court.
Yes, I cannot believe this. She failed 2 of them and she passed 2. But I feel like she's still my wife, but I just can't believe this. I know she a cheater.
I'm not.
She
I
is
love
a
you.
cheater.
I've changed. I love you.
I know, but you're a cheater. I'm for real.
I've changed. That is
May I see the divorce papers, please?
It's old.
Thank you, ma'am.
I need them papers served to her.
No, you're not serving.
I need them papers served to her.
No.
Would you like the papers served?
Yes, I could serve to her myself.
No. She's not getting any paper served today, Your Honor.
Yes.
Excuse me. You have a decision on whether or not you sign them. You don't have a decision on whether or not I served them. Serve the papers.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's right.
I won't be signing them. They just gonna be some papers.
Thank you.
You've been served.
They just some blank papers.
No, actually, they're not blank
I'm not
papers.
signing it.
And Mrs. Johnson, you don't have to, but I can provide your wife with a transcript of these proceedings that she can then take into civil court, and she can show that you have been properly served, because you have. And if your wife does not trust you because you are untrustworthy, she has a right, due to irreconcilable differences, to tell a civil court judge that I want out of this marriage. That's the part about free will that people don't understand.
Yes, Your Honor, right. She said, "Oh no,
We're gonna work this out.
we going down now." Oh,
We're gonna work it out.
It's nothing to work out.
Miss Johnson, I need you not to wait. What did you just say?
I told her, hush.
You should have been doing that from the beginning.
What I
I'm gonna tell you to hush.
Okay.
Because the only thing you should be saying is, I'm sorry and I beg your pardon. That's the only thing you should be
I
saying.
am sorry.
And you should never have put your wife in a trick bag that she would come in a public forum and have to listen to somebody else, a third party, tell her that her suspicions were correct.
Right,
And
Your
put
Honor.
her in that situation. But I want you to know that your wife humiliated herself. She didn't humiliate you, because if you walked into this relationship with character and integrity, you can walk out the same way.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Miss Johnson, you got a whole lot of ground to make up. And if I were you, I would make her come after me before I would take her at her word for anything else.
She is, Your Honor.
And I suggest you learn how to walk out on her. Make her chase you. Don't always be the available one. Your family says that you had joy before this marriage. Go get your joy again.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're not allowed to hurt people, ma'am. You're not. And if it's not working, then say it's not working. If your needs have changed, then change your circumstances. But don't take somebody else along the ride. That's not fair. She shouldn't have to live like has to surveil the person she loves.
Yeah.
That person is supposed to be deserving of that kind of loyalty. And it has been proven today that you were not. The truth is out. The case is done.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, guys, come on in. Come speak. Guys, fall like that. Fall like that.
Watch your step.
All right. Wow. I gotta say, I don't know if I'll ever look at a frozen pizza the same.
Yeah.
And typically, I like frozen pizza, so I don't know if I can eat it anymore. But anyway, thank you all for being here. This was a very special case because this is the last case of season 27. So, very special case. Thank you. I'd also like to say a big thank you to Judge Starr for being fabulous, being the judge she is. Thank you to the producers from the top to the bottom from bringing these cases that's been fire, just like this one, all season long. I'm saying these cases have been great. Also, thank you to the crew for just making us look immaculate. I mean, the production they put on this is just top notch. Also, personally, I'd like to say thank you to my parents, my brother, and his wife, and last but not least, my wife. She watches every single live case. I know she's watching right now. Thank you. I love you, and I'll see you a little bit later. Okay, so the judge is out of her chambers. She's ready to come back into the courtroom. Let's give her a hand, y'all. Judge Starr. Yeah.
Look at Corey trying to make sure he got his wife in place. I love it. Well, you smart.
No frozen pizza.
That's smart. A smart man. I like a smart man. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm so glad that you all could join us here for the final show. You all have been wonderful. And today was even more special. This was a very interesting case. And I actually started off because I wanted today for them to do some sort of poll. And of course, as tradition has it, I usually ask the in-studio audience what they think before I give you the results. So the poll for our at-home audience was, if your partner kept changing their phone passcode, would you assume that they're hiding something? So how many people in our in-studio jury would agree that? That's pretty universal. Well, wait, I see one person. How many people, do you agree or not? You agree? So it is universal across the board. Yeah. And interestingly enough, very close to the same thing. 84% said yes of our at-home audience, and only 15% said no. So they seem to say there's no reason to be changing your passcode on a regular basis. But she better change hers because we done put it all out there for the world to see. So praise God for that, okay? And I always like to take some questions from our at-home audience. And today, I'm not changing that. I have 2 questions. So let me get to it. This is from Tim Jester. Tim asks, quote, "My wife hasn't had a job in 6 years and has racked up $55,000 in personal debt. Now she wants to open a joint account. What should I do?" I start taping again in March. Give me a call then.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Terry Sales asks, has doing live shows changed the way you approach cases? They give the viewers an entirely new point of view. Terry, actually, I learned to do television on live TV. Tape television is something that I had to acquire the skill for. Live TV, I enjoy the most because I was trained as a trial lawyer, and that's live all the time. So you don't get do-overs in a courtroom. And so I've always approached TV the same way. I figure as long as I can have integrity, come to my audience with the facts, that you all will be accepting of that. And I'm so proud to tell you that I have been blessed enough to be on television now for 33 years. Next year, actually next week will be my 33rd anniversary. My very first time on TV was July 4th weekend on Court TV. And that's how I started on television. It was interesting because then I had a murder case the following week. And so I wore a different hat. I went on to volunteer as a commentator and came back and put somebody in prison, okay? I'm a multitasking type sister, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I've been doing it for 33 years. I've had the privilege of being able to cover some of the most important criminal and civil cases in the United States. Some cases that change the way people perceive TV, trials, juries, what jurors actually require. I covered all aspects of the O.J. Simpson cases. I covered the Menendez murder cases. I covered the Susan Smith murder case. I covered pretty much all of the major cases throughout the 90s and the 2000s, and then had the privilege of starting to change my career into doing television that had a little bit more fun to it. But all in all, I never traded in a jury. I started off in front of a jury in Brooklyn, and I'm still here in front of a jury. And I just treat the audience that same way. I value you. I'm glad that you invite me into your home every single day. I never take it for granted. I owe you honesty and integrity, authenticity, and that's what you get each and every day. So thank you very much. And thank y'all for, of course, sticking with me throughout this taping season. I am going to take some questions from inside. Got 2 questions to go.
2 questions.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Go ahead. Who has a question? Anybody? Y'all being quiet. Y'all ready to get out of here?
Got one. Here we go.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. It's a pink kind of day. You saw I wore pink all day today.
So my question is, from the case that we just saw, what do you think the breakdown of their marriage was?
I think that the defendant was out here in them streets. And I think that the plaintiff knew it. And she was excited to have a young woman in her life, but this young woman was still trying to dip in and dip out. And if in fact you're not willing and ready to be in an exclusive permanent relationship, just let your partner know that. But then let that partner make the determination if they can handle that. Some people can. Some people can wait until you figure your stuff out. Some people can't. And I know Miss Tamala Johnson was not somebody that could. She knew who she wanted. She knew what she wanted. And she had a right to expect her partner to do the same. I actually have to tell you, I was very surprised that she failed the polygraph examination the way she did. I don't think she knew how serious it was. And I actually believe that Miss Tamala Johnson is done. A lot of times that we are in here that I go, she's going to go right back. But today, I actually think she's ready to move on. I wish her luck. I really and truly do. Thank you for your question.
All right.
Let's take one more. It'll be the last question of the season.
Anybody? There you go.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Now, you're wearing what we call in our business TV blue. That always looks good on television. Always.
I take that as a compliment.
Yes, sir.
May I ask something? Your good friend Sherry just doing a large screen production. Do you think? Do you have any desire to do a?
You mean Sherry Shepherd?
Yes.
Oh no, she just finished doing the #1 movie on streaming services I know right now. But Sherry's an actress, very gifted, very talented, award-winning actress and a comedian who I have showed up to stalk at her comedy shows because that's my road dog. That's her bailiwick. That's what she does. And she's really good at it. I'm really good at just being me. And I like the law. I'm not going to lie to you. I really enjoy the law. There's an assault on the law that's been going on across our country, but I'm somebody that still believes in the rule of law. And as long as they'll let me have some sort of connection with the law, that's what y'all gonna see me doing. Now, if they create a TV show, a fictional show where there is a murderous judge somewhere who happens to look like a living black Barbie, y'all call my agent, okay? Y'all just call my agent, and then that'll be the one that I audition for. But something tells me if they create that show, I may not have to audition. I may have that on lock. I thank you. I thank you all so very much. This has been the season of dreams for me. I've often said that I've had numerous jobs, and for years and years, my very favorite job, period, was being an assistant district attorney. There is nothing like walking into my courtroom and saying Star Jones on behalf of the people of the state of New York. It meant the world to me. My family struggled to help me get through college and law school, and they were always so very proud of the work that I did. My mom never missed an opportunity to watch me on television before she passed on and went home to God. This is the first project, divorce court, that I ever did in my whole entire life without my mom. And I realized that when I got the job 4.5 years ago. And I actually feel for the very first time that she has been here this entire time. Wow. So this has been an amazing season. It's been wonderful to welcome you into our process, let you see how the sausage is made. I'm glad to have a live audience. It's a privilege to come into your house each and every day, and I look forward to another season. So y'all send notes and letters over there to Fox Studios and tell them it is important to keep Star Jones in the house.
All right.
Thank you.
I got you good.
Awesome.